Well, that's a bombshell, isn't it? That just 20 minutes ago they released an article titled "The New Crew Perk System, Try It Out Now." Well, not exactly now, because the early test is going to take place from June 10th through June 20th on a separate game server. So I guess this is the test before a common test, basically like a sandbox where they tested some ideas a couple years ago as well. So seems like the sandbox server thing is coming back. But guys, this is something completely different what they have tested, showed us before, a new system basically for the crew skills. And guys, I gotta be honest, I watched this video already and I had to watch it 2 times to understand exactly what the hell is going on over here. Now, of course, to get the best idea how it works, we have to get our hands on, and this is what we're able to do on June 10th. But I tried to help you out over here as well to explain it as good as I understand. And if I do not understand something correctly and you understand it better, well, let's help each other out in the comment section. And of course, I would love to know, what do you think about this yourself right over here right now? Without further ado, guys, are you ready? Let's go.
We are starting to test large-scale improvements to crew perks. This is an early test designed to check that we're moving in the right direction. We haven't created a new crew system, but rather developed the existing one. Let's call it a serious evolution. There are many new features, but it's easier to figure everything out than you might expect.
All right, let's see how easy it is to figure it out. And I think at first, let's just watch the video fully, and then let's go over things one by one, all right? How does that sound?
So let's get to it. Now, each crew member has just 6 slots for main perks. 0 perks also come under this limit. Meanwhile, the key benefit of 0 perks remains. They do not raise the price of experience for subsequent ones. Directives will also not help get around the limits, since they can't give the effect of a 7th perk if only 6 have been trained. That said, they can always strengthen already trained ones. There is good news for crew members who fulfill several roles at once. It is a bonus perk system.
Manticore.
If a crew member has a secondary qualification, it will be trained alongside the major one. It has just 3 perks. To fully train a perk for an additional qualification, you need to train 2 perks for the major one. Bonus perks do not increase the total training time, no matter how many there are. Now, each qualification has a choice of 3 group and 6 individual perks. You will have plenty to choose from because we've added 15 new ones. For instance, practicality for a commander reduces cooldown time for consumables. The old perks have been rebalanced. Some have become more useful, for example, sound detection. Firefighting is now an individual radio operator perk, meaning you don't need to train the whole crew in it. Some perks have remained unchanged. In total, each crew member only has 9 perks to choose from and just 6 slots for their major qualification. Which ones to train and which ones not to is up to you. All perks of duplicated qualifications now only work fully when each crew member has them. Let's say you have 2 loaders and you've trained a perk for one of them. It will only work at 50% efficiency. This is to balance vehicles with small and large crews. After you've trained all 6 main perks, the aces will be able to train your cadets. Half of the base experience your 6 perk tankers earn will be counted toward post-progression. Get 100,000 XP and you will receive a universal training guide that will help you train new crews.
Cool.
During the test and for some time after the update's release, resetting perks will be free.
Did you hear that, guys? No more 12 resetting orders. Ladies and gentlemen, after some time, when this update goes live, if it goes live, you know, depending on the feedback, resetting crew skills is going to be free. Not 12 orders. Do you remember that meme?
If you want to reset the perks of many crew members at once, you can use the new buttons in the barracks. The first one resets the perks of all your crew members.
This is saving time, right? Resets perks for everyone.
And the second one automatically fills empty perk slots. To set crew members to your playstyle, it's best to reassign perks manually for the crews of your favorite vehicles. 0 perks can now also be reset. You can choose several at once in the perk selection window. Head to the game portal, go to the news article about the updated system and sign up for testing. Together, we can make sure that the updated system works well and is correctly configured and balanced before we move on to common testing. Feel free to experiment and leave feedback. Good luck on the battlefields.
Alright, guys, of course we are going to experiment. We're going to do a lot of experimenting to... Basically, we are trying to bust the system. I'm going to be like a monkey behind keyboard, smashing everything, trying to break the system to see if we can do some OP things, to see if we can do some balanced things, and how everything is going to look overall. But be honest with me, guys, how much do you understand at a first glance? So, let's go over it step by step, I guess.
Crew member has just 6 slots for main. Now, each crew member has just 6 slots for main perks. 0 perks also come under this limit.
So, now crew members are going to have 6 slots for main perks, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can see, this will be a massive for 0 perk crews, in my opinion. Or maybe I am just missing something, because if you do not have a 0 perk crew, guys, you can see 210,000 experience for the first one, 420 for the second, 840 for the third skill, 1.6 mil, 3.3 mil, 6.7 mil for the final perk to be researched, right? But while you have 1 0 skill up to 3.37 or 36 mil, and if you have a double 0 per crew member or commander, let's say, which is very rare, you know, they have given away a couple of them for free during the holiday ops, so if you have been able to get it for free, I don't think there has been any other ways to get those. Well, yeah, you are going to save massively over here, right? So 6 skills in total, but we have way more you know, skills to choose from, to pick from, and how they're going to solve that issue. Let's continue.
Meanwhile, the key benefit of 0 perks remains. They do not raise the price of experience for subsequent ones.
Yeah, this is the big, massive bonus, right?
Directives will also not help get around the limits, since they can't give the effect of a 7th perk if only 6 are trained. That's
okay, so that's kind of good. Yeah, like if there is 6 max for the main crew perks, then the directive, you know, what you right now can do. For example, let's show the in-game example over here. Let's say I do not have firefighting, right? Yes, I do not have firefighting skill over here on this tank. I could go over here and for crew, and I could pick this experienced firefighters perk, right? Just like that, and boom, I would have firefighting skill as well, right? So now with this new system, or not now, but with this new system, this basically means that it is not possible anymore, right?
Said they can always strengthen already trained one.
Yeah, but it works the same. Like if you have this selected, trained like concealment, and you put that on, it strengthens it even more.
There is good news for crew members who fulfill several roles at once. It is a bonus perk system. If a crew member has a secondary qualification, it will be trained alongside the major one. It has just 3 perks. To fully train a perk for an additional qualification, you need to train 2 perks for the major one. Bonus perks do not increase the total training time, no matter how many there are.
Okay, so what are we looking at over here? Now, we have the main crew skills, right? Let's, like, this is a good example of a Manticore, and let's actually go into the in-game as well, just to compare it. Like, I'm trying to make it sense, or I'm trying to understand it myself as well. Like, let's take this guy. You know, this guy, it has double 0 per crew. You know, this is like the best crew member in the game from now on. But what do we have over here? So Manticore is a commander. It is also radio operator and also a gunner at the same time. And right now in the current system, you know, there are many useful things what you would like to have on Manti. BIA, recon, situational awareness, of course, designated target, concealment, you know, so many things. And if you have a crew member like that, your command, or a tank like that, with 2 crew members, your commander is under heavy pressure all the time because it has to do so many things at once, right? So now how they are trying to fix that is with the bonus perks. Did they call it bonus perks? Let's see.
Good news for crew members who fulfill several roles at once. It is a bonus perk system.
Yeah, the bonus perk system. So you are going to pick the major qualification for your commander skills, like, you know, they show over here. All those are the commander skills. But you, at the same time, you are training your main major qualification perks like PIA, concealment, recon. You are able to select, I hope, yeah, you're able to select a secondary or bonus perk for the secondary role your crew member has to fill. Like commander, you know, he's a gunner and radio operator at the same time. Then you are able to pick his a snapshot, I believe, and situational awareness, which is training together with PIA and concealment at the same time. So to get those two skills working at max power, you need 2 major qualification perks being done and fully ready to go. To get those, you need 4, and to get the final ones, you need all the 6 right over there. At least this is how I understand it, and if I understand it correctly, then this is a massive help for a tank like Manticore or any other tank that's commander is under heavy pressure or any other crew member is under heavy pressure, because you are training your skills what you need anyway together with recon, you know, which is very nice to have on any tank because it gives you the most view range, right? If those skills work as effectively as they currently work in the game under the major qualification, you know, if having those in the bonus slot is not going to have any negative effects being over there, right? So this is quite an interesting approach. What do you think about that? Please let me know, because, you know, if you have a tank with 6 crew members, let's say you are training brothers in arms, concealment, this thing, or on radio operator, you're training that anyway at the same time. Those skills are simply on your radio operators and on your gunner, for example. But it just takes a little bit longer time to train it on Manti, if I understood it correctly once again. But let's move on.
Many there are. Now, each qualification has a choice of 3 group and 6 individual perks. You will have plenty to choose from because we've added 50 new ones. For instance, practicality for a commander reduces cooldown time for consumables. The old
Okay, wait, let's go back for a second. We have a chance to choose from 3 crew perks. Let me listen to that again.
Now, each qualification has a choice of 3 group and 6 individual perks. You will have plenty to choose from because we've added 50 new ones. For instance, practicality for a commander reduces cooldown time for consumables. The old perks have been rebalanced. Some have become more useful, for example, sound detection. Firefighting is now an individual radio operator perk, meaning you don't need to train the whole crew in it. Some perks have remained unchanged.
Alright, so let's take a look at some of those new skills. I actually made a print screen of that before, so we are able to zoom in a little bit better. So we have crew perks, PIA, repairs, concealment, alright, and your commander special skills is recon. With 2% view range, and also this picture, actually I have this is the updated one, and also reduces the penalty to damage observation devices by 20%. This is what was changed over here on that skill, but the brand new one is emergency. Increases the crew efficiency bonus by 7.5% for 15 seconds after taking enemy damage. The damage or the effect does not stack up. Well, the not stacking up means if you receive another shot in 15 seconds, you are not going to get an additional 7.5%. I guess it simply resets the timer when you receive a shot. But you know, this could be quite a big help for DPM tanks, and overall, you know, 7.5%, almost a food extra or ventilation extra when you receive the shot, if I understand it correctly. So this is one of the new skills under the commander. Then secondary coordination increases aiming speed by 12.5 5% for 15 seconds after you spot an enemy vehicle. The effect does not stack up. Wait, what? Increases aiming speed. Doesn't increasing aiming speed mean that it makes aiming speed longer? Well, I get the point, right? You're going to be able to aim faster. 12.5 seconds. I think this is what they want to say over here, or maybe they are even saying that and I misunderstanding it. But you know, okay, coordination, aiming speed. When you spot an enemy vehicle, when you spot, you have to spot. Okay, so this could be useful actually for heavy tanks as well with long aim time. Okay, I can see some use case for that. Practicality, this is what we have had previously as well, you know, with the previous new crew skill testing. Decreases consumable cooldown cooldown time by 7.5%. So this helps you to repair your tracks faster, to get rid of the stun faster if you have it maxed out, of course. Then you are able to use your medkit to get rid of the stun, for example, faster once again. Then we have gunners, new skills. Concentration decreases the gun dispersion of a stationary vehicle by 3.5%. The effect starts 3 seconds after the vehicle stops. Decrease the gun dispersion. Okay, so basically it makes you more accurate if you are standing still. So something good for all the snipers, especially. Then quick aiming increases aiming speed by 2.5%. Once again, another aiming buff over here, together with snapshot, you know. Just buffing your gun handling, and armorer reduces the range of potential damage. Okay, so this is the RNG, plus minus 20%, decreases gun dispersion by 1.5%. So it makes your gun handling better, and also it narrows down your alpha damage numbers, basically. So easy example, you know, let's say you have 100 alpha damage, instead of having rolls from 125 and down to 75, you're going to have 120 and 80. So it lowers your max roll, but at the same time it lowers or it increases your min roll as well. So it could be interesting, right? So this is what we have new for the gunner. Driver, reliable placement, increases HE shells damage absorption by 7.5% and decreases damage received from falling by 30%. Alright, and the engineer increases the top, forward and reverse speed of your vehicle by 1 km per hour, reduces the penalty of or to a damaged engine by 20%. This also feels familiar. I think we have had that before under testing. Then loader increases shell velocity. Increases shell's velocity by 10%. Okay, well, if you don't have anything to drain, well, this can be helpful, of course. Yeah, why not? Yeah, if you have 1000 shell velocity, now you're going to have 1100. Close combat decreases gun loading time by 2.5% at distance of 50 meters or less from the enemy vehicles. Now those are all of those things. This one and that one are dangerous things. Like they just buff your tank in the middle of the fight. This is what it straight out does. Like, if you are close to the enemy, you get a reload time boost. If you receive a shot, you get reload time boost from that as well. This is like dangerous territory, in my opinion. This is what I have said previously as well. Like, the more skills you have like that, it's just, you can't really calculate who exactly you're going to fight with, right? Or maybe it is a good thing, guys. What do you think? Let me know. Ammo tuning increases minimum potential damage and minimum potential penetration by 2%. Okay, so this ammo tuning combined with the armor, you basically are messing with the RNG. You're making the RNG, you're making yourself being affected less by RNG. So finally we have radio operator. Side by side increases the crew efficiency bonus by 2.5% at distances of 50 meters or less from an allied vehicle of the same type. Okay, so 2.5% extra boost. Jamming decreases the time your vehicle remains spotted by the enemies 1 second. We had the radio as well, right? our radio as equipment. So if you stack up that together with the radio equipment, we did some very, very nasty builds like EBR, which was spotted under 7 seconds. Signal interception decreases the time to determine whether your vehicle has been spotted by the enemy by 0.5 seconds. Okay, so faster 6 cents basically. Radio expert increases the crew efficiency bonus by 2.5% if the amount of damage you assist exceeds the vehicle's initial hit points. Okay, so once again, this is another buff to the crew. So you can get a lot of buffs to the crew. You have 1000 hit points, you have 1100 assisted damage, your vehicle becomes 2.5% better. So if you are outplaying enemy light tank hard, well, you are now able to outplay it even harder, right? If this is correctly how I understand it. And we have a couple rework skills over here, like controlled impact, increases ramming damage to enemy vehicles by 20%, reduces ramming damage to your vehicle by 25%, and to your suspension by 50%. Off-road driving reduces the speed loss 5%, and makes speed loss on soft terrain equal to 100% of the resulting value. More capacity, adrenaline rush, 5% gun reload. Okay, so they increased the vehicle hit points. Now, I think currently it is 10%, isn't it? Let me quickly check. Adrenaline rush, yeah, it is 10%. Your vehicle needs to be 10%. Or less HP, at 10% or less HP. This firefighting skill thingy, this is kind of cool. I like that one, that now only one crew member needs to have it, and it is the radio operator, which definitely is helping out the radio operator. So those are the rework skills and new skills, quickly going over them. Did you notice anything nasty already? Once again, the stacking crew skills could be a problem, but once again, we need to test it out.
In total, each crew member only has 9 perks to choose from and just 6 slots for their major qualification.
So each crew member has 9 skills to choose from into 6 slots. So group skills and also the qualification skills right over here. Like in this case, this is the commander.
Which ones to train and which ones not to is up to you. All perks of duplicated qualifications now only work fully when each crew member has them. Let's say you have 2 loaders and you've trained a perk for
this
one
is
of
what
them.
we have currently.
It will only work at 50% efficiency.
You need to have adrenaline, not adrenaline, sorry, intuition on all your loaders to get the maximum bonus.
This is to balance vehicles with small and large crews. After you've trained all 6 main perks, the aces will be able to train your cadets. Half of the base experience your 6 perk tankers earn will be counted toward post-progression. Get 100,000 XP and you will receive a universal training guide that will help you train new crews. Base experience.
So this is basically like a prestige system, right? Once you have all the crew skills unlocked, if you have a guy fully trained, then you have the ace status, and now you are able to still use this crew. It is not going, XP is not going to go to waste. You are making crew books, what you can use on other tanks and other crew members. I like the fact that it is universal training, so it doesn't matter where you use it.
And you will receive a universal training guide that will help you train new crews. During the test and for some time after the update's release, resetting perks will be free.
Now this is what I was talking before as well, like it was like a massive spit in the face that after the massive change they wanted to give us only 12 retrading orders. And I burned through all of those on one single crew member in like 5 minutes trying to figure out how the hell all of it works.
If you want to reset the perks of many crew members at once, you can use the new buttons in the barracks.
Now this is also nice, like it saves some time, resetting all and fill untrained perks. I guess this is presets, you can make resets or something.
The first one resets the perks of all your crew members, and the second one automatically fills empty perk slots. To set crew members to your playstyle, it's best to reassign perks manually for the crews of your favourite vehicles. 0 perks can now also be reset. You can choose several at once in the perk selection window. Head to the game portal, go...
Alright, I think we have covered everything over here. It is quite a lot to digest in all honesty, but you know, after I have watched this video now 4th time, I'm starting to understand exactly how this system works, but now what I need to do is I need to test it out. I want to test it out, this new system on the sandbox server or whichever server we are going to have to see which vehicles or how exactly it is going to affect Manticore, or I have some other examples to take right away, like 780, you know, for example, that has loader over here, radio operator and loader. This needs still, you know, a lot of this crew is under a lot of pressure, and how it would affect the B crews, like, you know, FE45, for example, 5 crew members over here. And by the way, these nuts, Commander, oh yeah, if, ladies and gentlemen, you have an account that has not logged in the last 30 days to the in-game client, to this client where I am right now, and if you are on NA or EU, you can use code May24 Dezgames, all caps, and you are going to get my commander with 0 perk PIA for free. So use this opportunity, use this chance for your accounts which has not logged in the last 30 days. So this is basically like a comeback code. Wargaming is trying to make people come back, and this is a little incentive, basically. Also 7 premium days and some other things. Guys, let me know what do you think about that. All of this is what I would like to test out and what I'm going to test out on the test server, because video looking at the descriptions of the skills is just half of it. Now I need to test it out. But what do you think about that? Is it a better system? Is it understandable? Like, as I said, after watching it 4 times, I think it is not going to be extremely complicated system to understand. But maybe there will be some complicated builds, because how many crew skills we now are going to have. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I will catch you next time with something else. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen.